Hello, loves. Welcome back to my channel, The Goddess Returns. I am Khadija and I am reading for you. I love this so much. We're going to light your candle and get started. Here we go. The beautiful green lotus, which among many other symbols also represents the heart chakra. Here we have 3 cards from the Rose Oracle. And today we want to find out, what are your spiritual gifts? So go ahead and start to breathe deeply and feel what pile is really calling to you. Because what we want to do here is really get in tune with the gifts that you might not even be aware of, that you're able to tap into and bring in to support the community. We have the Rose as the first card, and below that are 2 animal cards. I have not seen these cards yet, but we're going to find out a little bit more about your gift as well as how to unlock it. So with the first pile, we have the Jester with the number 38 in the Modern Garden Rose. The second pile, we have the Gambler with 30 in the Old Garden Rose. Interesting that we have the Modern and the Old. And then we have the Flirt with the number 8, the Wild Rose. So go ahead and just take a moment to breathe deeply and to feel which pile is calling to you. So let's begin. Welcome, pile 1. You chose 38, the Jester. And we all know the Jester to be similar to the Fool card, you know. It's entertainment, someone who's there to entertain. But what's interesting about the Jester is that sometimes their wisdom can be overlooked because they pack it into humor and gifts, and they're usually very multifaceted. You know, they're able to sing, they read poetry, they write poetry, they dance, they crack jokes, they juggle. And I don't know if you've ever heard the saying that within every joke there's a bit of truth. They're also truth tellers. So let's find out more about the gift of the Jester. I'm just going to make sure you can see that. That needs to be adjusted just a little bit. Take another look. Just my creaky chair. Okay, so I have 1 animal card to clarify the Jester and then 1 animal card to see how we can unlock this gift. So let's clarify. Resoluteness. The elephant with resoluteness. Interesting, because elephants have really great memories, you know, and I feel like the Jester is one who sees. You know, the Jester, people will continue to talk when the Jester's in the room. So they may pick up on information that others don't necessarily get to hear. And they're not going to forget it. You know, with this elephant card, they're not going to forget it. And here we have the energy of resoluteness. So some of you may have even been using humor to help yourself, you know, get through really difficult times. You may understand the value of comedy. Perhaps you've been even watching comedians or funny movies, things to help you to persevere in moments when it's been extremely difficult. Now, how can we continue to unlock this gift that is multifaceted? Forgiveness. And it's interesting that the card is orange, this forgiveness card. I'll bring it a little closer, the forgiveness card, because, it just reminds me of the sacral chakra. It reminds me of that chakra that is deeply connected to creation and to creativity. And the dog is an energy of loyalty, a best friend. And I don't know if you can see it, but the number is the 15. So you may have found yourself being loyal in a situation that eventually turned out not to be what you had hoped, perhaps. And there's an opportunity for forgiveness, an opportunity to let go. And that may also be a part of your spiritual gift, is your ability to forgive, your ability to let things, just kind of be as they are. Let's look at some tarot to understand the message here a little more deeply. Okay. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups at the bottom, which is very deeply connected to this kind of forgiveness energy, right? It's having more control over our emotions, not being ruled by our emotions. Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the Devil card. Had to cover them up for the YouTube rules. Queen of Wands, the Magician, and the Page of Cups. Okay. Okay, so, I feel like pile number one, you've been through a lot. You've seen a lot, maybe even some things that you didn't necessarily even want to see or want to be a part of, but, maybe it was just a part of your path. And I'm sorry you had to go through all of that. But it sounds like you're an energy who knows how to persevere, who knows how to be resolute. And some of what you went through, it wasn't for nothing, because it gave you the opportunity to learn and to grow and to become the queen that you are now. And because of what you've gone through and your ability to use your wisdom to get through it all, you've grown in your resources and in your skills. And one thing I love about the Magician, these cards are in German, but this is the Magician, is that, the wand, the pentacles, the cup, the sword, everything she needs is here. Everything she needs is here. As above, so below is what she's saying. And basically, all the gifts and the opportunities that are available to the universe are available to you as well. And by taking this step of letting go, you're going to be really able to unlock this gift. So some of you may be hurting. You may feel like you have a broken heart. You may have gone through a lot of disappointment. And now is the time to understand that a new cycle is beginning. And by forgiving and letting go, you're able to open that new cycle. Now, what we have to understand about forgiveness isn't about forgetting what happened to the point where you continually put yourself in situations that aren't for your highest, greatest good, or you continue to be around the people that you've chosen to forgive. It's more about putting down the baggage, no longer allowing things from the past to weigh you down, and bringing the past into the present so that there's a continual reaping and harvesting of old things that are actually ready to be let go of and ready to end. Forgiveness is about lightening your emotional, your spiritual, your mental, even your physical load. It's about letting go. So let's find out more about your gift. partnership. You may be someone who is just excellent to be around. Aries, act. Someone who's able to persevere and continually to move forward. Ascendant entrance. You can find the way through. You can find the way in and find the way through. I'm feeling these. Just gonna take a look at these as well. At the bottom, we have Chiron with heal. So you may be someone who's wonderful to be around. And it looks like there could be an opportunity coming up with partnership. Could be partnering with your true self, partnering with your guides. And of course, it could also mean that there's someone coming in. But there's an opportunity for connection here. And as you act and as you move forward in your gift, you're going to find the way through. But it may be necessary for you to first just get out there and find out what it is that's fun to you, what it is that feels good to you, and to start living from more of a space of authenticity, because that's what Aries is about. Aries is talking to you about your natural gifts, who you are, who your true self is naturally. And we know the ascendant is the beginning of Aries, the first house. It's the beginning of the first house. So there's often a debate about what the ascendant represents, but in the two schools of astrology I learned, the ascendant represents more your instinctive self. It's who you are without thinking. So a part of who you are naturally is funny, is full of humor, but also very multifaceted. And there may be people who underestimate what you are capable of, including yourself, simply because you may not realize that some of the things that come to you naturally are actually gifts that you are meant to use here. 10th house, authority. So we have career and leadership, North Node, future. Second house, resources. Ooh, 8th house, mystery. Okay. So a part of your gift may be helping people to go within, and it may also be a little mysterious to you, but there is leadership potential here. There's moving forward step by step with 10th house. 10th house doesn't just represent authority, as Saturn's home. It also represents career and the public sector. It represents being seen. So this may be a part of your future. And your North Node is helping to point you in the direction of what it is that you've come here to do. But you may need to release the past, which would be the South Node, and give yourself permission to focus on the future, which may feel unfamiliar. Often the South Node, the past, it feels good, it feels familiar, and that new thing can feel uncomfortable. But if we're willing to get uncomfortable and step out of our comfort zone, we can really manifest the resources we need to, get out there and to live our gifts. And with the second house here, the second house is not just, this is the house of Taurus. And so people tend to think of finances, but it's not just about finances. It's also about understanding your inner resources, being deeply connected to your values, and making sure that you are, giving your whole and true self the opportunity to be seen. It's about self-reliance. So we have partnership here, but we also have self-reliance. So just make sure you're bringing your whole self to your relationships. So let's find out what limiting beliefs may be blocking this gift. At the bottom, I cannot go on is the trigger statement. The truth statement is my heart is light. Okay. Here we have as the trigger statement, I feel so low. And the truth statement is I persevere. And that's the elephant we have with resoluteness. You're someone who's able to persevere. Release the worry and fear and allow confidence, trust, and strength to take you to your goal. Now, this is about opening up to a new timeline. We don't want to just persevere by suppressing and repressing and just plowing on, even though we know something doesn't feel good to us. This is about giving ourselves permission to look at, what is working, what is not working, and then releasing what is not working and opening up to something new. Because eighth house energy, Scorpio energy also has to do with decluttering, not just a physical decluttering, but an emotional and mental decluttering, letting go of what is not positively serving so that we can move forward. I am right. I am open to the unknown. You are being shown what is dissonant in your life. Allow the beliefs that are not serving you to fall away and be open to your bright future. I can't do that is the trigger statement. The true statement is I am a light. Step forward and be the bright light you are. Serve your purpose to the world by sharing your amazing gifts. So this is telling me you're definitely someone, you're Queen of Wands energy. Fire. Just absolute fire with Aries here. Absolute fire. You're incredibly capable. You've got amazing gifts. You're able to see the light. You're able to see the way. It's just that perhaps in being used to being able to see these things with the divine feminine energy rising, you may feel like, but I don't know what's going to come of this. It may feel like too much of a risk. But part of divine feminine energy is being willing to trust. It's being willing to go out to live the authenticity and the truth of who you are and to trust that what comes of it will be for your absolute highest and greatest good. So it's time to release any kind of feeling of I can't do this and really step into your power. Because your cards are saying not only can you do it, but you are incredibly well equipped. Malachite, claim your success. It's time for you. Malachite is a leadership stone. It's time for you to go out and establish your authority, claim your success. I'm just going to take the next one. Celestite, tune into your serenity. So find peace in your heart, knowing that you are quite capable and you are ready to step in to your gifts. And it may feel sometimes like, you're not quite sure. Everything is a mystery. It feels dark. But your cards are saying, step into your authority. Trust that there is a bright future for you out there. And you will manifest the resources you need along the way. And that mystery will eventually take form. The clouds will part and you will begin to see and understand what it is that you're building. So let's ask for a uplifting message from the moon. I feel like it's these two. And then let's take a Rumi card and understand where this is headed. We're unlocking this with forgiveness, which means we're letting go of the past. We're letting go of any stories of defeat. And we're embracing how multifaceted you are. You're incredibly multifaceted. And it's time to stop underestimating your gifts. It's time to stop hiding them behind the humor, but at the same time to re-invite joy into your life. And if you have a comedic gift, it's time to step up in that gift. Confidence is your key to success. Comedy is healing. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Be confident, and end of this tough cycle approaches self-creation. Act. Be the author of your own life. So let's look at some self-care that you can do. What's something you can do to really manifest this new path? At the bottom, we have connect with earth. The second house energy as well as 10th house energy. Sing. Look at this person with a microphone. I feel like with this jester, again, jesters, they were multifaceted when it came to entertainment. They are dancers, singers, they're cracking jokes, but at the same time, they're communicating truth, and a kind of truth that touches the hearts of many. Watch a movie. Yeah, so take the time to relax. Look at her cuddling the cat. That's earth energy. That's grounding energy. And it could be even a movie that's inspiring. Recently I felt the same message, watch a movie. And when I sat down to watch the movie, it wasn't easy for me because I'm so used to being productive. So I just gave myself permission to rest, because often when we're resting, that's when the wisdom comes through. And as I watched the movie, I became emotional because it reminded me of what my original goal was, my original wish. And it touched my heart so much that I got up and I started to, prepare for the course and the seminar that I was going to teach on, astrological wisdom, because the movie just reminded me of what I came to do, which is to teach. And you may find a similar kind of opportunity by stopping to watch a movie. Do something fun. This is what I see here. This is Sagittarius energy. Get out there, do something fun, bring more optimism and more joy back into your life. Create, start doing the rituals that help to support your confidence, and understand that the tough cycle is over. As a collective, we've ended a lot of tough karmic cycles, and now we can step in to really using our gifts. And use your gifts. Speak of a multifaceted entertainer, someone who's speaking truth and at the same time, very good at music, very good at perhaps poetry, at public speaking. Perhaps there's a little fear with that regard, a little fear of the unknown, but know that you are multi-talented and you are the authority in your life. You have the power to create the life that you want to live, and you can do it through vibration. Singing is a vibration. Speaking is a vibration. Dance is a vibration. And allow storytelling to inspire your path. So this is your reading, pile one. It's amazing to read for someone who was just so incredibly gifted in so many areas, as well as someone who's able to persevere, someone who is resolute, someone who is willing not to give up, but to understand this is the end of a tough cycle, and that all that you've gained translate into a gift of emotional intelligence, into a gift of leadership and helping others. Look at the Scorpio energy. That's the energy of helping others go within and to tap in to their hidden depths. So claim your success, tune into your serenity. Thank you, Pile One, for allowing me to read for you, and I look forward to having this honor again in the future. Hello, Pile Two. Welcome to your reading. So here we have your gift, which is the Gambler. We're tapping into and understanding what are your spiritual gifts. And I have not seen these two cards just yet, but I pulled a clarification card for your gift, as well as a card to help us understand how can we unlock this gift. Now, when I see the Gambler, I think of someone who's willing to follow their intuition, willing to take a risk, even if others doubt them. So let's find out more about that. Let me make sure you can see that in my creaky chair. Okay, adventure. How fitting that the Gambler would have adventure. So salmon swims upstream. So I'm getting the impression that your gift has a lot to do with, breaking out of conditioning, not doing things the way that other people are used to having them done. You're willing to be innovative. You're willing to, this is Aquarian energy to me, 11th house Uranus energy. So, breaking away from tradition and conditioning, and being willing to look at new ways to do things, being willing to take that risk of being seen as being different, as being other, in order to introduce something new. So how can you unlock this gift more? Miracles. Oh, I love it, with the unicorns and the number 63. 63 to me is a number I often associate with loyalty and creativity, parenting. So being loyal to your creations, your creative endeavors, and holding that vision. Hold your vision. Even if it is a bit of an adventure, even if it's something that others don't necessarily understand. Let's take a look at the tarot. and just get more information. Okay, this is a little more tarot than the last pile. I'm sorry, I just hit the microphone. But let's see, at the bottom, we have the Queen of Wands. Don't let it bother you. The cards are in German. It's where I am right now in Germany. So, Three of Coins, Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands. This is a lot of confidence energy, Ten of Wands. So this is a lot of confidence. And some of you are probably pretty busy, pretty busy learning to use your gifts, finding out more about your gifts, perhaps even busy helping and doing for others. And now there's an opportunity to focus on you and your path. When I look at this Ten of Wands, and look at the Queen of Wands, I'm like, this person has a lot of power, a lot of fire energy, quite capable, a gifted artist in her own way, and perhaps it's time to start focusing that energy in a way that's going to, as I see this hand holding the coins, that's really going to bring in the type of abundance, whatever type that is that you want to experience. Two of Cups, Two of Wands. So you may feel like you're so good at so many things, you're not even quite sure what it is that you want to do. Three of Swords, Queen of Swords, Nine of Coins. I'm wondering if it's necessary to make a decision or if you're worried that you're going to have to choose. And it could be that for now you make a choice on what it is that you want to pursue, but there is an opportunity to go different paths. It just may be that you need to choose one to prioritize or to focus on for now so that it can begin to grow, so that you can have the clarity you need to move forward and it can begin to truly grow. Because it may be that you've been taking on a lot recently and there's some path that's asking for a little more attention, a little more opportunity to commune with you and to commune with your energy. But if you're feeling like that Gemini kind of energy of having a lot of different options, or even Sagittarian energy of a transmigration of ideas, understand that by choosing to pursue a particular path, you're not giving up on the other paths. It's just allowing one door to open and to crystallize and to bring resources. And then you can continue with the other gifts that are available to you. Let's learn more. It looks like you're multi-talented. And there are opportunities that are coming to you. I mean, look, she's in this wonderful like Greek island. There are opportunities coming to you, or maybe she's in Egypt on a balcony. I mean, it looks beautiful. There are opportunities here, and it's not time to give up. It's not time to give up. Instead, we need the resoluteness of the Queen of Swords so that, what it is that you're planting can really grow and be harvested. Pinnacle. Oh, wow. So this looks like very positive energy to me. The midheaven is the beginning of the 10th house, but at the bottom, we do have balance. 8th house, mystery. So there may need to be a bit of a trust entrance with the ascendant. Opposition, confrontation, Aquarius, collaborate. Transits, climate. Okay. So let me take a minute because it looks like there's an opportunity here, and that, there may be a bit of a block to this opportunity because we have the entrance here, but then we also have the opposition with confrontation. And when I see oppositions in a chart, usually there's a need for balance. There's a need for compromise. So what I'm seeing here is you're in a period of transition. Things are moving, things are happening. And it's necessary for you to trust that a collaboration with your guides is happening, a collaboration with your true self. Some of you may even be in partnerships where, you're working together with someone. In order for this transition to really flow in the way that it could, it's going to be important for you to really believe that it can work, to believe in miracles. Even though you can't necessarily see what's happening and what is coming together, it's going to be absolutely important for you to trust. Trust that the opening is there, and you may need to balance. You may need to be aware of when to work and when to let go, when to ask for help and when to do it on your own. But just trust that as you find the balance and as you move forward step by step in trust, what it is that belongs to you will come to you. So part of your spiritual gift is just your ability to trust that higher and greater things are possible. So for someone like you, it's going to be absolutely important that you don't give up. Instead, that you completely continue to trust and remain in your confidence. Okay, we have our cards. Okay. So, trigger statement, I will never change. Truth statement, in each moment, I am a new me. You are supported as you release habits and limiting patterns that are not serving your highest and greatest good. I am so worried is the trigger statement. I have the solution. Slowing down and listening to your inner voice will provide you with direction and purpose. So if there is opposition going on, if there are difficulties going on, know that as you experience these difficulties, you're growing in wisdom. And in each moment, you're a new you. And this new you isn't some kind of you that you don't know. It's you more as your true self. So there's an opportunity to release worry here and to trust. Your true self knows the way. And all you have to do is really slow down and listen. And then you can tap into that Queen of Swords energy that will help you make the decisions that will bring the harvest that it is that you want to experience. Okay, so what can help? Enhance your vision. Okay. Apophyllite, beam yourself up, way up. So there's an opportunity here to raise your vibration and sharpen your focus. Keep your cool and speak your truth. Okay. So again, with this opposition card and this keep your cool coming up, there may have been different situations where maybe you felt like you weren't heard, or it feels like your expertise may be overlooked, or there are different situations that might be a little difficult. Gather your courage and speak your truth. Heighten your vibration and trust in win-win solutions and speak your truth. It may be even in situations where you want to speak up for those who don't have a voice. But there's an opportunity to tap into serenity and to speak your truth. And it may be, again, that with there being so many options and you being good at so many things, you may need to sharpen your focus and sharpen your focus on that thing that's going to allow you to be heard. Work through your fears. You are good enough. Show the world the real you. I mean, it doesn't really get much clearer than that. And, it's making me wonder whether this opposition is you yourself, if it's you against you, if it's your true self against your insecurities. And there's a lot of opportunity for you here. But in order to really tap into it, you've got to tap into your Queen of Wands energy, into that self-confidence. Get focused on your goals and, allow yourself to breathe. If you're feeling anxious, allow yourself to breathe and to trust. And as you continue to go your path of authenticity, you'll be able to manifest wonders in the world. But it may be a little difficult for you because you can feel that you're someone who swims upstream when everybody else is just, allowing themselves to be taken by the current downstream. You're saying, wait, but there's another way. There's a different way. There's a better way. And that can be really intimidating. It can be intimidating because pioneers and visionaries often are not validated, because validation means someone has to have done it before you. But with you being the adventurer, with you being the gambler, you're doing things that haven't been done before, saying things that haven't been said before, bringing perspectives that haven't been really noticed before. And so you can't wait for outside energies or people to validate you. It's going to be important for you to trust yourself, trust your energy, trust your ability, and to move forward. And that's probably a part of the decisions you're making when it comes to the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands, is making the choice to trust yourself, but also to collaborate with your guides. Because what many people don't know is Aquarius energy also has to do with collaboration with angels, collaboration with guides. So when they say collaborate, it's not just about humanity and with other humans, it's about collaboration with your guides as well. So let's see what the Rumi cards, or these are Sufi wisdom cards, what positive message we can take with us. Make a change, welcome change into your life. And part of that change will really be making the choice to believe in yourself and to step out in authenticity. Full moon in Aquarius here, the adventurer, the gambler, all of this is Aquarian energy, 11th house energy, Uranus energy. It makes me wonder, if you have your North Node conjunct Uranus, if you have your North Node in the 11th house, if you have your North Node in Aquarius, some of you are going to have strong placements in these houses, in the 11th house, maybe conjunct Uranus, or a strong Uranus placement, or, strong placements in Aquarius that are calling you to show the world the real you and to work through your fears. What can pile number 2 do for self-care to help them embrace this gift of being that visionary, being that pioneer, that person who's willing to take a gamble, to take the risk and do the thing that others have been hesitant to do, all according to our highest, greatest good, of course. At the bottom, we have plan a vacation. Only making choices and moving forward, the highest, greatest good. Flow like water, okay? So go with the flow, be yourself, make a vision board, make your goals visible. as reminders. Vision boards are helpful because they remind us of what it is we're going for. This card came out in the first pile. If the first pile felt interesting to you, sing. Take a gamble. Singing is also about vibration. So raise your vibration through singing, raise your vibration through music. But it also makes me think of whale energy. Sing that weird song that's within you, because as you sing, those who vibe with you, those who vibrate where you vibrate, are going to be able to find you. And your soul family will bring that support that you need. So, pile two, this is your reading. I hope that you feel uplifted and that you understand that as a pioneer and as a visionary, you are teaching us, helping us, and showing us a new way. And for that, I am extremely grateful, and it's an honor to read for you. And I hope that you will let me have this honor again very soon. Hello, pile number 3. Let's take a look at your card. The Flirt with Wild Rose. That is so much fun. I haven't looked at these two cards just yet, but I did pull one to clarify your gift and one to find out how to unlock it. So with the Flirt, this makes me think of very playful energy, but it can also be very sensual energy, especially with the Wild Rose. It reminds me of divine feminine energy that is open to the unknown, and allowing the sensual energy to come forward and, yeah, to be playful. Let's see, what do we have to clarify that? Freedom. Isn't that, sometimes I'm just so blown away by how well these cards fit together. I shouldn't be by now, but still, it floors me every single time. The Flirt and freedom, the Wild Rose and freedom. Ooh, look at this beautiful butterfly with change. The number 42, which reminds me of justice. So what belongs to you is coming to you, and you have the freedom to transform and to be who it is that you want to be. And a part of that will be sacral chakra energy, the energy of creation. Let's look at some tarot to understand this flirt energy more. Okay. The bottom, 7 of Swords. Okay. Okay, so I feel like someone's not aware of their power. Look, because we're starting with the Empress. Look how beautiful she is. We're starting with the Empress with Venus, Venusian energy. Beautiful, very sensual energy with lemons on her dress. I love that afro and the crown. Yeah, someone's not aware of their beauty. Look at this 10 of Swords. You may feel tired. You may feel exhausted. You may feel like, you don't want to let anyone in, let anyone near you. You're just done. And this card comes with the deck, and it's in German, but it says, you are mega cool, just as you are, full of life, love, and potential. With this deck, you can be the best version of yourself. Or wait, mit diesem Deck kannst du den Weg zu der besten Version deiner selbst gehen. With this deck, you can find the path to being your best version of you. So, started here saying the person, pile number 3 is not aware of just how beautiful, how sexual, how sensual, how wonderful they are. And this line ends with the card, you are mega cool just as you are, full of life, love, and potential. So like there's this, you're protecting yourself. But one thing I saw even as I started these readings was a person with a helmet on. So you're protected. But it may be that you've been through a lot, perhaps even in the dating scene. You've been through a lot, you've seen it all, and you may just feel tired. But there's a need to recognize just how beautiful you are. And And, just to acknowledge the metamorphosis that you're going through, the transformation you're going through. Yeah, and look at this. Oh, I have to cover this up. I missed these because of the YouTube rules. We have some Make It folk here. And it's interesting because it's the Justice card. And I remember saying the number 42 with the butterfly card has to do with, justice. I'm not sure how best to cover these people up, but I'll just makeshift for now. I'm using labels for jam jars. I pretty much had to cover the entire bottom half of this card, but we've got the Justice card. So what belongs to you wants to come to you. But I feel like one thing that's going to be required for it to come to you is for you to understand that you're free. The difficulty is over. The tough cycle is over. Everything is okay. Look at that doubled. This one says everything is okay. And this one says 10 of Swords. Is that always doubled in this deck? I didn't even know. I was not aware of this. This says to me, somebody's been through a lot. 10 of Swords doubled. Someone has been through a lot. And there's an opportunity now to release, yes, this 5 of Coins, this insecurity, and to know that you are safe, you are well. Okay. Mäßigkeit is temperance. To me, that's healing. And just not allowing, with the 9 of Swords here, not allowing your thoughts to run away with you, your negative thoughts, but instead to persevere and to stand up to yourself, to stand up to any negative thoughts, any belief that you're not attractive, any belief that, only a certain kind of person can achieve a certain kind of goal, anything but to stand up to yourself and to say, we're not having these thoughts anymore. We're not taking on this energy anymore. Look at that. We're moving into the 10 of Coins, This is a loving family energy, but also very abundant energy. So we're letting go of the 9 of Swords, worry, and putting ourselves down. And we're stepping into the abundance of the truth of who we are. And we're going to do it by changing our behaviors and allowing ourselves to really become that beautiful butterfly. So let's see. Let's find out more about your gifts, about the sensual, wild, divine feminine energy. And remember, divine feminine energy is not gender specific. I feel like there might even be, for some of you, there's balance here, temperance. I feel like for some of you, there may even be like anger, being just genuinely upset. Look at this fourth house home. So some of you may have grown up in a family situation that just was not for your highest, greatest good. Some of you may even have Pluto in the 4th house. And usually when a person has Pluto in the 4th house, check your birth charts. This is the game changer. Sometimes they're even the scapegoat of the family. They're the ones who have come to break the generational curses and to start a new cycle that has to do with healthy connections. Look, and it may be that there is a history even in the family of broken relationships, but you have the opportunity to bring in new and healthy energy to that space. Look, 7th house and North Node. But what's going to be important for that to really flow through is for you to have so much love and self-acceptance. Because that's what Libra is often warning us of is do not forget who you are in relationships. Do not allow yourself to lose your own connection to your identity. And for those of you who are already in healthy, relationships, this is an opportunity also for career. This is an opportunity for life in general, stepping into abundance. releasing any kind of, you know, negative self-feeling and allowing yourself to experience a rebirth, because the fourth house is the house of home, but it's not just your physical home, or it's not just the place where you grew up, it's also your sacred space within yourself. So some of you may be experiencing a rebirth when it comes to your own relationship to self, because when you have Pluto in your fourth house, it's basically your soul has come here, your soul being represented by Pluto, has come here to learn to rely on itself and to create a sacred space, create a home within itself. So that's what many of you are doing. And by doing so, you're becoming the authority in your own life. Pisces, sensitized. Some of you are very sensitive, empathic beings. And look, we have the Imam Koli, which is the beginning of the fourth house. So it's about your roots. Act with Aries and Moon perception. So, you know, you may be even clairvoyant, clairaudient, and, you know, part of the root of who you are has to do with that divine perception, that ability to perceive. And it could be also connected to your sensuality, to your sacral chakra. And so as you heal your sacral chakra, as you recognize yourself as a divine creative being, you're going to be able to birth new things into life. Let's find out more. How can we birth these? Well, let's first take a look at some of the limiting beliefs that may be hindering here. How can we step more into this wild woman energy? And that's a lot of limiting beliefs. At the bottom of the deck, we have, I don't know who I am. And the truth statement is, I am. There is no efforting required for the shift. Be present and allow every aspect of your being to transform. So you're going through a transformation. You may feel yourself connecting more deeply to your divine feminine energy, to that Lilith energy, that wild energy of being yourself. I have nothing left is the trigger statement. The truth statement is, I nurture myself. Dear one, it is time to settle. Here we go. Create a sacred space where you can be. In that place of rest, healing will unfold. That's what we have with Pluto in the fourth house. Again, we're coming back to that message of how important it is to nurture yourself and create that sacred space within yourself. When you have Pluto in the fourth house, and even if you don't have it in your birth chart, it is a message for you right now. If you're watching pile number 3, when you have Pluto in the fourth house, you know, this is an energy of any time you try to continually rely on others in spaces where you know you're able to rely on yourself, you may continually, as a soul, experience different situations that cause you to have to rely on yourself once again, because your soul is doing its best to learn to trust itself. Your soul is saying to you right now with this reading, you can trust yourself. You know, you're very perceptive. You're very sensitive. You can feel. You're very empathic. Be the authority in your life. Throw down roots within yourself. Connect to the universe, connect to the earth energy, but understand that it's your higher self that's leading you. I am tired of it all is the trigger statement. The truth is I find strength in my purpose. Please rest and know that in this stillness, you will find clarity around your purpose here. The need to cope will fall away as you find the question you are the answer to. You are the answer. It is their fault. Is the trigger statement, the truth statement. My thoughts are the cause of my suffering. As emotions rise, go within to see what stories and memories are fueling these emotions. Then release what is not serving you with gratitude. So again, with that double 10 of swords, I feel like you've been through a lot, my love. You've been through a lot. And now there's an opportunity for transformation. There's an opportunity with this butterfly that's going to help you unlock this gift for change. Unity. I am unstable is the trigger statement. The truth statement is I am aware. You are strengthening the connection between your energetic and physical bodies to help you manifest your goals. Yeah, so this is you've been through a lot, but here we've got I allow myself to feel. Give yourself space to decompress and take time to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Allow emotions to surface and release. I am true to my highest self. I love myself. Yes, there's this feeling of not being enough, perhaps not being beautiful. And understand, like, as I read this energy, there is just something incredibly sensual, incredibly beautiful, even wild about who you are. It's just that in order for that to really come through, you may need to release any feeling of inner conflict, any feeling that you're not enough, any feeling that you've constantly been told certain stories that are holding you back. With the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, this is telling me that's self-deception. If you're believing any lies that were told about you, or if you're believing any lies that you're saying about yourself, that's self-deception. It's time for you to step into your power, into your ability. We're embracing all aspects of the feminine, but in order to do that, we also have to heal the divine masculine and our connection to masculine energy. And again, that's not gender specific. Nothing will come of this situation. So you may have thoughts that are saying nothing's going to come of this. I've done it all. I've tried it all. It's not working. And it's time to release that, because nothing comes of that kind of thinking. It's time for you to believe in yourself. Look at this full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. So this void, of course, is being covered with a win-win forecast. You see that, It's time for you to win. It's time to take action. We have here act with Aries twice. Act on your gifts. Act on the beauty of who you are. Act on your authenticity. And as you do that, the energy will gain momentum, and what it is that you're wanting to manifest can manifest. It's time for you to be bold and make the first move. Surrender to the divine. Okay, now that can sound confusing. Okay, be bold and make the first move, but surrender. What's happening here is when it comes to divine feminine energy, it's like the moon, there's this mystery. It's not quite clear what will come of it. And if it does, what will come of it? And that's like this void of course, like what's going to come of this situation? We don't know. It's a mystery. When you're surrendered to the divine, then you're trusting in this win-win outcome. You may not be able to see what's happening and see what's going to come of it, but you're trusting in this outcome. You're trusting in this beautiful outcome that's going to be wonderful for all parties involved. But what you need to do is surrender to the divine, which means be yourself, move forward, acting on what Bashar would call your highest excitement, and just surrender, knowing that the best will come of it. Great things, great gifts will come of it. So let's look at some Sufi wisdom. At the bottom of the deck, we have self-creation. Be the author of your own life. Okay. Make a change. So when you see the card make a change, welcome change into your life, and you've got the butterfly, this is about making the conscious choice to think differently, to feel differently, making the conscious choice to think and feel differently about yourself and who you are. Simple pleasures. Look for beauty that is all around you. Dawn of love. Love is rising on the horizon in your life. So those of you who are also particularly looking for romance and the opportunity for romance to come through, it's going to be important for you to connect to your sensual side. Self-confidence is often the most attractive feature. Is self-confidence. So give yourself permission to be self-confident and allow the love to come through. Let's look at what you can do for self-care as you allow these gifts of sensuality, of being just a very playful person, wild and free. At the bottom of the deck, we have spend time with friends. Allow your soul family to nurture you. connect with the earth, build strength. So sports and movement is an incredible healer. Build strength, beauty ritual. So establish a beauty ritual that's going to help you to tap into that flirtatious you. It's going to help you to tap into that sensuality. And yeah, as you build strength and as you do things to strengthen your body, you'll start to really see, and just even feel and get that, those endorphins that are going to help you feel better about yourself, feel better about who you are. So one thing I like to do is walking at home. There's so many channels. One's called Walking at Home, literally, with, I think her name is Leslie. And then there's one that's more intense called Grow with Joe. I mean, there's so many opportunities, even if you don't necessarily want to leave the house, to really build strength and allow yourself to create a different relationship with your body than the one you've had thus far. I feel like when it comes to women, and this is something I want to speak on with the upcoming full moon in Aries, depending on when you're watching this, even though it is a timeless message, is that sometimes women's perceptions of their bodies will hold them back from taking action. They'll take action. They'll say, I'll take action when I've lost 10 pounds. I'll take action when I feel better about how I look. And I think it's one of the most genius things that the patriarchy has called into being, because all of these incredible women leaders are holding themselves back based on perceptions that have been flooded into our community and our society. What easier way is there than that to hold a person back? So don't allow yourself to be held back. Step into your power now. Create a new relationship with your body, with your understanding of who you are, because your body is your temple. It's the vehicle that is carrying around this beautiful soul of who you are. And you have permission to get along with this body. Now, you don't want to be too focused on it, because you want to remember you are more than that, but you also want to give yourself permission to nurture it and to take care of it and to enjoy this experience of having a body. So pile number 3, that is your reading. I hope that it is helpful to you. It's been amazing to read for you, and I just love the sensuality and sensitivity of your reading. And I hope that I have the honor to read for such a precious soul again very, very soon.